Actually, now he's going to be on the 50 inside of row number 2, the 56 of Ryan Kerr. All right, so what's happening here is a whole bunch of guys were told they needed to be lined up. They were told this quite a while ago. The decision has been made that if you didn't listen, you didn't get to your car, you didn't line up, well, then you missed out. Dave Knittel making his way out onto the Speedway just as a green flag flew, so Dave Knittel able to get himself out. So Don Briggs Jr. right now, and Don Briggs Jr. had moved up the track into the 3 of Bryson Baird. Ryan Kerr goes down into the grass to avoid the whole mess. Just made his way out onto the Speedway. We try one more time to get through the Hinkle Homes Hobby Stocks. Don Briggs Jr. once again leading them off at turn number 2. Bryson Baird fighting back on the outside. Steve Lee right on the rear bumper of Baird on that outside line. Ryan Kerr trying to stick with Briggs Jr. Don Briggs Jr. leads lap number 1. 25 laps for this Hinkle Homes Hobby Stock main event. Don Briggs Jr. followed by Ryan Kerr as the field comes off turn number 4. Dan Walker now has moved up into 3rd, bringing Dave Knittel with them. And Bryson Baird watching the field on the bottom. Bryson Baird just trying to get down to that bottom as he got freight trained. It's now Dan Walker looking to the outside of Ryan Kerr as they come off at turn number 4. Don Briggs Jr. looks into his mirror and sees side-by-side racing between Ryan Kerr and Dan Walker. Dave Knittel staying on the bottom, trying to push Ryan Kerr through. Dan Walker with the head of steam, going to go by Kerr on the outside. Dave Knittel going with the experience on the outside, and Dan Walker, he moves up, trying to go by onto the outside of Ryan Kerr, but Ryan Kerr able to settle in between Dan Walker and Knittel. And now the door opens on the bottom for Knittel to get by Ryan Kerr. The door's still open. Knittel trying to make the car stick onto the bottom, and now he's pulled right up onto the door of Kerr. Side-by-side battle for Kerr between Knittel and Kerr. Dan Walker pulling up onto the rear bumper of Don Briggs Jr. That's going to be your battle for your lead, and now Knittel has just about cleared Kerr, and he should do so off with turn number 4. Dave Knittel now in control of the 3rd spot. A car length separating Don Briggs Jr. and Dan Walker. Don Briggs Jr. looked a little bit out of position as he slid off at turn number 4. Dan Walker right now seems to just be content to ride where he's at, let some laps run down on this race. And now Don Walker's going to take a look to the inside. Don Briggs Jr. once again very high coming off of turn number 4, just as he was last time. At that time, Walker had seen that door once before and he left it open to him again. We'll see what happens this time by off of turn number 4. Walker seems to know where he wants to make the move. And that time, Don Briggs Jr. was able to keep the car on the bottom a little bit longer. Not provide Walker the same opportunity, but while those two are nose to tail up front, that has given Knittel the opportunity close to within a car length. Ryan Kerr running strong all by himself in 4th, and then it's back to Steve Lee to round out the top 5. It's now your top 3 just about nose to tail. Don Briggs Jr., Dan Walker, and Dave Knittel coming around to complete lap number 11. Walker once again. Off of turn number 4, Junior gets a little bit high, and the door opens for just a split second, but Walker's not able to carry the momentum by staying low off of turn number 4. And that time he gets a little bit of a push from Knittel. And now they are nose to tail through 1 and 2. Knittel right onto the rear bumper of Walker. Walker really feeling the pressure right now from that Larry Cox Motorsports 34 of Knittel. And now Walker up to the quarter panel, but Don Briggs Jr. once again very strong once he comes down the front stretch, is able to get back out in front of Walker and close the door once they get to turn number 1. Now Walker's going to go up a little bit higher off of 4. Walker trying to move his line around just a little bit. But while he does that, he opens the door for Knittel on the bottom. Knittel to the corner panel of Walker, and now Walker's able to force power back out in front of Knittel. Nose to tail, an exciting race to start the year for the Hinkle Homes Hobby Stocks. 15 of 25 now complete. Up to this point, Dan Walker and Dave Knittel both been very patient. Nose to tail through 1 and 2. A little bit of bumping, and Walker into the back of Briggs Jr., Knittel into the back of Dan Walker. Nothing too hard or too rough. And now Don Briggs Jr. slides it again off of turn number 4, but he is very hard to pass. We've seen that before from Don Briggs Jr. Very difficult to get around once he is out front, as Steve Lee has exited the Speedway. Larry Cox, a very interested owner, looking on right now at the top of the grandstands as he watches the 34 of Knittel. He's also got the 3 of Bryson Baird in this one as well. Down. Briggs Jr., Walker, and Knittel putting on the show up front. There'll be 5 laps remaining when they come across the line this time by. Look for Dan Walker and Dave Knittel to try to make their moves starting very soon. Don Briggs Jr. opened up a little bit of a gap, as now Walker maybe trying to get a little bit of space in between himself and Briggs Jr. so that he can make a run at him. I suspect, though, that Dan Walker may be running into a little bit of an issue, or the car is starting to go away from him, or Don Briggs Jr. Yeah, there may be a problem now with the 24 of Dan Walker, as he is slowed way up from the pace he was running earlier. Now Dave Knittel's to the inside, and he's going to go by Walker. So Dan Walker running into trouble in these closing laps, as he had been running right on the rear bumper of Don Briggs Jr. this whole event. But while Walker was backing up, that really opened up the gap between Knittel, as it gave Briggs Jr. the opportunity to run away from Knittel as well. Dave Knittel slowly closing the gap, but the white flag's going to fly this time by, but Knittel drives it in real deep. He made up a lot of room through those corners. The 34 of Dave Knittel within 3 car lengths of Don Briggs Jr. Knittel's got that 34 right on the edge. 2 car lengths going down the backstretch. Into turns 3 and 4, Knittel making his last charge on Don Briggs Jr. Out of 4 and across the line, Don Briggs Jr. He felt the pressure all race long, but the 23 of Don Briggs Jr. didn't melt.